Zaglowski had slowed to almost a stop over in turns 3 and 4, and John Trowbridge just plowed him in the rear end, and that will put us under yellow again. The good news is we did get a lap in the book, so there will be 1 lap down at 9 laps remaining.
Hey, Dustin and DJ, Dustin and Ben, not sure.
Wow.
I knew I'd do that.
Blake, it's a good thing you haven't done that already this weekend.
Not sure if you can tell. I talked with Bloomer a little bit, and Cody Summer down here. Keep an eye on that right front of Scott Bloomquist. They're nervous about it rubbing a little bit on the fender, so that's something to keep an eye on. I can't see it from my vantage point. You guys can.
Well, I think everybody's got something rubbing on the fender out there, but yeah, we'll keep an eye on that.
Dustin and DJ will both keep an eye on it.
Yeah, great job in the infield, Brandon. Thank you. And that was so great when Beeson called you Brandon last night.
Trenton Berry, you gave your sweet tickets away, but I know you had some candy koozies and other things.
Yeah, we gave those away as well. I'm here with Chris Kratzer. He's turning wrenches on the Zero. Scott Bloomquist helping out there. Kind of been a little bit of a new partnership, man. What'd you see out there?
Man, I don't know. It's a little soft on the top yet, but I think we'll be okay. Scott's been doing this a long time, so I've got confidence in him. And man, this is my first time to the Dome, and what an experience. I'll be back every year.
Man, for a guy that races weekly, what do you learn hanging around a guy like Bloomquist?
Man, I soak up everything I can. Just a smart guy, a legend, and I'm just fortunate to be able to help him.
All right, there he is, Kratzer, along for the ride here with the Zero this weekend, guys.
Always good to see Chris Kratzer in the house. Ran into him back at I-80 Speedway during the Silver Dollar Nationals, the Kosiski Speed Palace, and man, hate to see that place going away, but man, they've done such a great job out there, and be interesting after the 2022 season to see how things unfold and what may or may not be next for them, but always love going out there with the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, as we've got 2 laps down and make that 1 lap down, and this one 9 to go, and it's Bab Nodorf in the 2 transfer spots, then Scott Bell, the Missouri driver, Arizona native Ricky Thornton Jr. on the outside looking in, and then Bloomquist, Shackelford, Ty, Zaglowski headed back to the pit area after contacting that. They almost completely rebuilt that race car after Thursday night. Thought they had it figured out, but something going awry on that race car, and then contact from behind did not help matters whatsoever.
Well, we understand. We mentioned yesterday, of course, the track walk that's going to happen, courtesy of our good folks at dirtdraft.com. And we do have the rest of the entries. We did the first 10 yesterday. We'd like to welcome the next 20 right now. If we have a quick moment, this will be after the 3rd late model B main, I understand. So congratulations if you've not been contacted yet. Troy Powers, Brad Almond, Jason Richard, Brad Carter, Parker Penny, Christina Schooley, Travis Tedrow, Alyssa Carter, Zach Spencer, Matt Sampetro, Darren Evans, Ron Van Wamelen, Michael Smith, Brett Steinberger, Boz Dougherty. Oh,
Boz!
That's right.
Boz.
Shorty.
I feel like you got set up.
I think I got set up on that last one. Green flag is out. We're back underway. Congratulations to those folks.
Oh, that was dangerous. Green flag's out.
Good.
Here comes Ricky Thornton Jr. There goes Doug Ty. And guess what? The caution's going to come out again, and Thornton's going to hate to see it as he's turning up the wick. Looks like, nope, will not get the lap. And man, Ricky Thornton Jr. is going to hate that as the 20 RT was digging hard as Doug Ty spun to the infield. I think this one could be a good one if we can ever get more than 1 lap in the books. Boy, that last name, you were set up for failure.
The last 2. Well, it all started with Boz Dougherty. Whenever I read his name as one of the ones that was drawn, and it was downhill from here. And let's maybe circle back, because I got a couple of these folks that are on here twice. So, but the winners have been contacted or will be contacted by our good folks at good friends at dirtdraft.com. And hopefully you have set up Doug Ty receiving the black flag, and he has maybe exhausted his caution limits, or that rolling glacier out there is just going to be parked, as that thing is just mangled on every single side. We'll try it again. 1 lap down, 9 laps remaining. Shannon Babb leads the field back to the green.
Looking for the green flag. Hang on as Baker parks it.
Oh, no.
You know what? We're getting all the mulligans out of the way here in B main number 1. I got faith because,
well, this group has, I mean, they've been waiting, a long time to race. These guys here, they all raced on Thursday night. They had all day yesterday off, so kind of feeling we got to get a couple of these out of the way, and then we'll be in good shape.
I am still laughing at that name on that list.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of like
You know, you try to help a guy, and he sets you up for failure.
You try to help a guy, and he sets you up for failure. I think that he thought that was Ron Burgundy reading off the teleprompter, you know?
Did. All right, we're going to try it again, and by again I mean for the 9th time. 1 lap down, 9 to go. That's more like it, and we're back underway. Shannon Babb takes him off into 1 and 2. Scott Bell's going to come after Nodorf. So will Ricky Thornton Jr. 3 wide for a second down the back straightaway. Hang on to it, boys, as Bloomquist joins the battle. Only 2 move on out of this one, and Nodorf's got it, but here comes Bell. They make contact, and that allows Thornton Jr. to sneak by Bell as he now sets his sights on Nodorf. It's Shannon Babb, your leader.
Oh, man, Scott Bell just pounded the wall coming out of turn number 2, and that might end his night. We stay green, at least for the time being. Blair Nodorf remains in second. Ricky Thornton Jr. and outside looking in, and I don't think Bell's going to be able to nurse that car into the pit area. He absolutely assaulted the wall coming off turn number 2, and indeed the 45 is now impaired. Holy cow.
Blake Anderson, it is 3:17 in the afternoon, but I think it's a full moon outside already, my friend.
Boy, no kidding. Like one of those heat races we had last night, it was more so, can you make it to the checkered flag? And that's going to get you moved on. And this last chance qualifier might be the same case, guys.
Wow.
Well, we haven't wrecked the drone yet, so that's
No, we haven't.
All right, Blake, I see your Iowa Hawkeyes kick off at 7 o'clock tonight. I don't want you slipping down there on us.
I know, 7:17.
If you're counting at home.
Yeah. If I'm crying down here in the last victory lane, it's not because of the winner, I promise that. It's because Iowa won the Big Ten title.
Hey, listen, Blake, if you need a super sub down there, you know, if things get tight in that second half.
Yeah, we'll bring Casey Mooneyham in.
We'll bring Moon Pie in. I'll come down there. You send me a text, bud. I got it.
Oh, my.
I told you, man. I mean, he just
he hit the wall hard.
I mean, that was a double uppercut to the jaws right there, man. Not just one jaw, to both jaws. The Joe's Racing Products instant replay. Well, Shannon Babb's wondering what's happening behind him. It's been pretty good sailing out front for him in the first 3 laps, 7 to go. He leads the way. Back in second, it's Nodorf, then Thornton Jr., Bloomquist, Shackelford, David Webster, and Josh Baker clinging on back there in car number 1. It's been a rough weekend for that team in his debut at the Dome. Shannon Babb trying to put it into the big show here tonight. Top 2 move on. Everybody else transfers to the trailer. Shannon Babb in car number 18. Vic Hill Power under the hood this weekend. That Team Zero race car. 3 wins on the year at Boone, Farmer City, and Fairbury. Trying to get a Gateway Dirt Nationals title here tonight as the green flag's back out and we're back underway.
3 laps are scored, 7 laps remain. Ricky Thornton Jr. trying to use this restart to his advantage. He's got to run on the high side. Oh no, David Webster.
Hang on, Webster.
Whoa.
They're going to take the lap as the battle for the lead gets good. So they take the lap, and that's bad news for Nodorf because they complete that lap. And I'm a little surprised that Blair gave Ricky the outside on that because Ricky, of course, Ricky's been good on the bottom too. So we'll see though. I think they counted that lap, and if so, Nodorf is going to be back to 3rd on the outside looking in.
Well, we will see. Trenton Berry, what do you got?
Blake, take a look at the Jumbotron. We got a special guest here who wants to send you a message right here, Riley.
I got $100 that Michigan's going to want to win.
You giving me the points?
You get the points. Blake wants to know if you get the points. Or if he gets the points.
28-14, Michigan.
All right, boy.
28-14, so there
I was only giving up 28 points twice the last 5 years, so.
Oh my, it's getting personal now. We're gonna, during the first track prep break, we're sending Blake in that guy up there. They're gonna wrestle it out. They're gonna, Blakey, I'm worried about you.
Why not put him down in the infield?
I'm from Iowa, I'm not a wrestler though, I promise.
I think he might have been though.
Yeah.
The WWE variety, so you could be in trouble,
Which
sir.
will be right here at the Dome in America
Yes,
Center.
it will.
The WWE heavyweight champion of the world right now played football at Iowa.
I mean, are you just going to share worthless Iowa Hawkeye knowledge all night?
I'm full of it.
All right, bring it on,
Yes,
brother.
you are.
Yes, you are. All right, we're going to try it again, Dustin. 6 laps remain. It's up to Shannon Babb to get on the loud pedal. Thornton Jr. is going to come after Babb. Nodorf trying to find a way back into the top 2. Here comes Thornton on the top shelf. He goes to work. Nodorf to his inside.
Ricky Thornton Jr. now in sole possession of that 2nd spot, and he's going to work on Babb for the race lead. Coming off turn number 4, cooler has prevailed. Blair Nodorf, though, just won't go away. He's going to dive back down to the inside. Scott Bloomquist right there as well.
Bloomquist into the fold. Behind them, Shackelford. Shannon Babb's a little tight down in turns 3 and 4. That's allowing Ricky Thornton Jr. to stick his nose in there. 4 cars going after 2 spots. What a battle.
Man, this is a really good race, and I'm not too sure that second, third, and fourth aren't all just a little bit better than Shannon Babb is. Thornton trying to work by him on the inside of the racetrack. Oh, Bloomquist just pounded the wall coming off turn number 4, and the caution flag is out.
Ouch, man, he was going for it and got into the wall. Nodorf got airtime as he pulled a wheelie. You see the damage on Blair's car as he and Scott got together. It was a heck of a battle for that final transfer spot. And now Scott Bloomquist will see his weekend come to an end as he sits in the turn 1 wall right there about the top, the place that the speed shot has been.
Yeah, I'm wondering, I think our speed cam is still
just
down
in
there.
front of it, yeah.
We'll find out.
It probably got a good shot of that as Nodorf pulled a wheelie. It looked like a sprint car coming down the front straightaway. And Scott Bloomquist out of this one.
Oh, no, there's the
there
speed
it is.
cam.
G&M Oilfield Services getting some added exposure.
They are getting some quality airtime there.
Man, tough break right there. Blake Anderson surveying the damage. What do you see, sir?
Boy, tore up race car for Scott Bloomquist right here. It's been through its paces here at the Dome in, what, 7 laps?
Well, he was battling for the lead back on Thursday night, and the concrete grabbed him. The infield concrete just has not been a good weekend for the Dirt Late Model Hall of Famer.
And to his credit, he was running really good right there as well as those top 4 drivers. Honestly, you could have covered them with a blanket as he and Thornton Jr. and Nodorf and Babb all battling for 2 transfer spots when things went awry on the 0. And here's a look at the Joe's Racing Products instant replay from the Buzzy Racing Speed Cam.
And boop.
Boof.
Ouch.
That hurt.
And here comes Baker by. He has no aerodynamics on the front of that race car. He's got like a big wing on the front of it.
Hey, but it's not going to matter. He's going to be in 5th on this restart with 3 to go.
Yeah, and you got to think the damage from that Nodorf, that right front, he got a lot of damage out of that. And you got to think that's going to hurt his chances trying to get around Ricky Thornton Jr. I did agree with you, Dustin. I think that Shannon Babb probably had one of the not greatest of the top 4 cars. It seemed like he was really just holding on right there with 3 to go.
Yeah, and I have to agree with you. I think it was maybe a little bit tight as well. It looked like maybe especially down in turns 3 and 4 as well, and that's where those guys were able to gain a little bit of ground on him. This track right now looks really, really good. Ricky Thornton Jr. maybe a little bit better down in turns 1 and 2 than he is in turns 3 and 4. And here's the tough thing if you're RTJ right now is you're in 2nd, and in one sense you're like, all right, man, I'm in the show. You know, I don't want to press the issue. But you got Blair Nodorf right there knocking on the back door as well, and Nodorf, no slouch, and he's right there not giving an inch and wanting to work his way back by the 20 RT. And so if you're Ricky Thornton right now, you are in a great spot and you're in a terrible spot all at the same time. As here's one more look at the Joe's Racing Products instant replay from a different angle. Bloomquist may have broke something coming off the corner. That car kind of drifted straight up the racetrack into the wall, Ben.
Yeah, it could have. It definitely broke. Yeah.
It definitely broke when it hit the wall.
It definitely broke. It hit the wall a ton.
We can lean in and ask him, guys.
Why not?
Well, he's helping them get hooked up right now. We'll wait just a second here once they get him moved. He was helping him, ironically, giving him instructions how to hook this thing up. Move it over a little bit. We'll let him maybe move to the infield, guys.
Now he's leaving, Blake.
Yeah, now he's rolling away.
All right, well, a lot of damage on that G&M Oilfield Services Riding Performance number 0. As a little bit more damage on it now as they're trying to get that car back to the pit area. Man, the tank tractor combo with the boom on it has done a lot of work in the past 72 hours.
Skid loader with a boom on it, man. That thing has.
Maybe we just call it a trank. I don't know. A trank could work. It's a tractor and a tank.
Absolutely. I'm not too sure. I don't know if we can check out that Joe's Racing Products instant replay one more time. He may have actually, when he shot up to the outside, I want to see, he may have actually grabbed that inside jersey barrier coming off turn number 4. Turner or McCarty or Kane, whoever's down in the production trailer. If we can rewind that back and see that one more time and take a look at it again. I was just kind of thinking here to myself, I know that he hit it the other day, kind of going into the corner, but that would make sense if we saw that car drift up on the outside of the racetrack. Yeah, and right on cue, there it is. Here they are coming down the back straightaway, and in 3 and 4.
Boop,
yeah, I think right there. Yeah,
we called it.
He hit it just a little bit, and that shot him to the outside, and then Nodorf got him right there.
Well, we know how Clanton feels about the infield Uke tires. What do you think he thinks about barriers on the infield?
I don't know what you mean. Tell me. Tell me what he said.
We'll get Shane. We'll patch him in. All right, so Bloomquist back to the pit area. Blake chased him all the way through turns 1 and 2 as Bloomquist out of the party here tonight. 3 laps to go.
And there's the damage on Blair Nodorf, 76, when he got into that ill handling number 0.
All right.
So we'll get back to green flag racing here in just a second. Again, 7 laps are scored. 3 laps remain.
Yeah, Bab said, don't put them back on the board. I'm trying to get through this thing. Might have to have a fuel stop in this first B main, the route that we're going.
We haven't wrecked the drone yet, so.
We have not.
I talked to Austin Blair, who has the drone that is here. I talked to him a little bit early on tonight, and he was joking about it. He said, "Man, I bet I gave you guys some B-roll and footage that you'll be able to use for years to come." And I said, there is no doubt about that. We will be using that for a long, long time. And he said, here's one of the funny things. Austin Blair, who's flying the drone here, he actually does some work for the Gundakers at
he does a great job
at Tri-City Speedway, and where the drone actually hit and flipped on top of the race car is right by where his logo is located on Gordy Gundaker's number 11.
Well, those drones go back home when they lose signal, and it landed right back there at home. As the green flag is back out, Thornton Jr. working the top side of the racetrack. Shannon Babb down low. Blair Nodorf sits back in 3rd. Babb moves up the racetrack a little bit. They come back 2 to go. Dustin, here comes Thornton Jr.
Yeah, Thornton Jr.'s coming, and so is Blair Nodorf. 3 cars battling for 2 transfer spots with a lap and a half left to go. RTJ's got himself a good run on the outside, but he washes up the track bed with 1 to go.
1 to go. Shannon Babb, your leader. If Nodorf's going to take it, he's got to go now. Thornton Jr. in the 2nd and final transfer.
Down the back straightaway for the final time. Checkered flag in the air. Shannon Babb's going to get the win. Thornton Jr. cuts down low. He grabs the 2nd and final transfer spot in B main number 1, and that means Blair Nodorf, Jeremy Shackelford, and Josh Baker will be on the outside looking in.
Taking your 2nd and final transfer, the Arizona native, it'll be Ricky Thornton Jr. in car number 20 RT, and your winner out of Moweaqua, Illinois, the Team Zero race car, Vic Hill, Petrov Towing, Donnelly Trucking, Dynagro, CJI Piping, Keebler Ultra Oil, and Douglas Dodge Ram 18. Let him hear it, the Moweaqua Missile, Shannon Babb, your winner.
Well, Shannon Babb is locked in, and Shannon, boy, you had to wait that one. They say patience brings good things. How tough is that when you get 1 lap and the yellow flies out to kind of find a groove and get comfortable out there?
Well, we changed a few things on the car, and didn't get any hot laps, and it was by far not perfect. I was way too loose, tight in, loose off, and RT was about to overhaul me there, so the cautions actually helped because the replays I could see where he was getting ready to pass me and how bad I was, but I was able just to hold him off there. We'll go back and work on it, and we'll be better in the future. We're just happy to be in.
Shannon Babb is locked into tonight's main event, guys.
All right, Dustin, B main number 2. We're going to hope that the waters are a little calmer in this one. Starting on the pole out of St. Charles, Missouri, to be Gordy Gundaker in the 11G. And to his outside, the number 91 of McClure, Ohio's Rusty Schlenk.
Row 2 on the inside, the Lance Lander Motorsports number 49 out of Blairsville, Georgia, Superman Jonathan Davenport. And on his outside out of Jefferson City, Missouri, in the 14, the Undertaker, Reed Millard.
Row number 3 will be Joseph Hughes coming to us out of Springfield, Illinois. And to his outside, Herculaneum, Missouri's Jeff Herzog in car 11H.
We're going to move back to row number 4 on the inside. And there we find the driver of the number 16. That's going to be Austin Horton out of Whitesburg, Georgia. And on the outside of him in the 43R, it's going to be Robert Tincher out of French Lick, Indiana.
Moving back to row number 5 in North City, Tennessee's Ruben Mayfield into his outside. Aviston, Illinois' Matt Koch in car 96.
And your final 2 starters then are scheduled to be the 127 of Lavergne, Tennessee's Robert Ardrey. And your final starter slated to be the Cumberland Furnace, Tennessee driver of the number 1A, that is Levi Ashby.
And one last starter out there, Michigan's Chris Nash in the 354.
Yes, he is. Good pickup. Yep, the Portage, Michigan driver, the 354. That'll give us 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Looks like 12 cars. So we got a couple drivers that maybe opted not to start this race.
Well, it's going to be Gundaker and Schlenk on the front row, Davenport and Millard on row number 2. 10 laps the distance, top 2 move on.
Interesting top 3. Only 2 of them are going to make it in. Green flag's out, and we're underway in B main number 2.
Off into 1 and 2. It's Gundaker, your leader. Schlenk in second. Here comes Davenport marching on the low side. Top 3 battle through 3 and 4. Lap 1. It's Gordy Gundaker.
Gordy Gundaker leads. Rusty Schlenk is second, and right now Jonathan Davenport is on the outside looking in as only the top 2 drivers transfer. Matt Koch is out of the race. The 127 of Robert Ardrey is out of the race, but barely. We stay green.
We stay green right now. Ardrey into the infield, trying to creep him a little further in. Gundaker, your leader. Schlenk in second. Davenport outside looking in. He is in third. And caution's going to fly as they can't get Ardrey's car off the speedway with 3 down, 7 to go.
Yeah, he was, they made a lap, but man, he was sitting in a pretty precarious spot right there. Seemed to be out of harm's way, but as we've seen.
Is there anywhere out of harm's way at this racetrack?
Well, that's what I was going to say, man. As we've seen, anything can happen here at the Dome, and you're never really out of harm's way. So they're going to get the 127 push just a little bit farther back into the infield. And Blake, if you were any type of good worker, you would have actually helped push that car into the infield. That way we could have stayed green flag racing.
You missed it. I helped get Scott Blomqvist's car in neutral a little bit ago.
Yep, never saw that.
Look at that. Robert Ardrey's 127 just happened to fire up right there.
All it took was me walking that way, guys. You're welcome.
Well, they're going to give Davenport the outside, and right now, can he use that line to get around the number 91 of Rusty Schlenk? Gordy Gundaker leads the way, a former prelim winner in the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals.
Look at that. Gundaker, Schlenk, and Davenport. Only 2 of those 3 are going to get in. It may not even be those 2. It could be Herzog. It could be Horton. It could be someone else.
Oh, look, Ardrey's making his way back out.
And he's going to be a lap down to the field as well. Green flag comes back out. We're back underway.
And Davenport gets a really good restart. Can he make it work on the top of 2? Down the back straightaway, door to door with Rusty Schlenk.
They're side by side for the second and final transfer spot. Rusty Schlenk on the inside. Jonathan Davenport on the outside. Schlenk has him by half the car length that time by the stripe.
Heck of a battle for that second spot. Good battle behind him for 4th as well between Herzog and Horton. Out front, it's all Gordy Gundaker. Schlenk holds on to second, and Millard spun around, and he is going to collect Tincher over in turn number 3.
Robert Tincher had nowhere to go, and he pounded the 14 to Reed Millard.
The Undertaker got taken down over in turn number 3 as he's going to try to pull away that number 14R. Millard Family Chapel's number 14 Black Diamond. Tincher, the French Lick, Indiana driver.
You know who else is from French Lick, Indiana?
That's not Larry Bird's hometown, is it?
It is.
Look at me, wow.
Hey, good job.
You know, Larry Bird and I get compared a lot.
You do.
Yeah. Yep.
About the same height.
Yep, I am right there. I level with his knees.
About the same basketball ability, too.
Oh, man, Bird was a baller. What are you talking about? I am not at all. I love to play, but I am. If I had not stopped growing in the 3rd grade, I think I could have gone pro, but my growth got stunted there.
It was looking that way for a while.
It was. You know what was sad is, like, seriously, like in 5th grade, I was like one of the tallest kids in my class. It went south in a hurry.
I was never that lucky. I was always like school pictures. I was like the second one in line to sit down, you know.
Yeah, well, actually, you didn't have to sit down. You just stood in the front row.
Oh, I love you, but I hate you.
Yeah, I know. It's man, I've had a good time this weekend. I hope everybody's enjoyed the event so far.
And if you're watching at home, I know we've said it, but man, make plans to be here next year. We're going to announce next year's dates a little bit later on tonight. You're certainly going to want to mark that in your calendars, put that in your phones, and go ahead and schedule that time off work and join us here next year at what will be the 6th annual running of the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals. Look for that date announcement coming up a little bit later on this evening.
Yeah, there could be a lot of cool announcements happening this evening. You never know.
You never know what kind of news we're going to break.
Christmas could come on December 4th, and no, Blake, I don't mean Iowa's going to win the Big Ten championship. I mean racing announcements. So close. All right, coming back to the green flag, Dustin.
Indeed we are. 4 laps down, 6 laps to go. Gordy Gundaker leads the field back to the green. Jonathan Davenport once again going to try to get that momentum bit up on the high side, but it's not going to matter as Herzog nearly went over, but he keeps on going. Tincher spins clear back in turn number 1. Chris Nash, he was actually just a victim of circumstance right there as everyone got bottled up in front of him.
Yeah, still 6 laps to go. And you know, let's think about this. The 2 guys that are really actually 3 of the guys duking it out for that final transfer spot. You got Schlenk in it. He's a 21-time winner this year.
Yeah.
Multiple-time LMS champion. He's won the Dirt Car National Championship multiple times. You got Jonathan Davenport, 27 wins this year. He's a 3-time Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series champion. He won the Castrol title this year. Then you got Austin Horton back there. He's an 18-time winner. Only one of those guys very well is going to move on out of this one the way they run right now.
Yeah, and the guy leading all of them, 2-time Heritage Review 100 champion, Gordy Gundaker from just down the road in St. Charles also. Unbelievable. And again, you know, you and I say it all the time, but it just speaks for the quality of competition. And a lot of these events that we're very fortunate to work, and especially this one here at the Dome at America Center.
You want to see this one just go green the rest of the way opposite, because I think that Schlenk and Davenport could end up with one heck of a finish for that final spot.
Absolutely. If you're the guy in the fourth spot,
not Derek Hagar, the guy, just the guy
in the fourth spot, you're just kind of waiting in the wings right there, and you don't want to wish bad luck on anyone. But if you're in fourth, you might at the Dome. $2,000 to start, by the way.
Yeah. $30,000 to win, plus a truck ride. That's probably worth about $60,000, honestly.
Awesome, man. So cool. Nice Motorsports, really, really awesome deal there. News that just broke a few days ago, actually, that promoter Cody Summer really kept close to his sleeve. And, you and I are real fortunate. We typically catch wind of these announcements early on.
Not that one, my friend.
Event. Not that one right there, man. That one there just completely flew under the radar on us, and what an awesome deal. They're going to keep these guys under caution for one more lap, and interestingly enough, is Rusty Schlenk going to take the outside?
I think he's seen how good Davenport is up there. Now, the only thing he doesn't know, what if Davenport's better on the bottom?
I know.
We're about to find out. We saw in the last one, Nodorf gave Ricky Thornton Jr. the outside.
Yeah.
Those two cars are very even right now. But to be fair, we haven't seen Davenport on the bottom, but we also haven't seen Schlenk on the top.
No, we really haven't. So, well, we're about to find out how this one is all going to shake out. Again, 4 laps down, 6 laps remaining. Gordy Gundaker leads. Rusty Schlenk right now in that second and final transfer spot. Jonathan Davenport, Jeff Herzog, and Austin Horton on the outside looking in.
And Davenport gets a good start, but Schlenk's going to get momentum off into 1 and 2. Let's see how it shakes out. Schlenk bobbles, and that's going to cost him. Horton goes by. Here comes Schlenk back to the inside of Horton. Davenport to second.
Schlenk going to try to get back into that third spot. Oh, no. Horton goes around in the corner. Oh, Chris Nash just absolutely hammered the Jersey barrier on the inside, and the caution flag is out again.
I'm thinking Schlenk would like to go back and not take the outside because he did not get a good run at all down in turn number 1. Man, tough break there for he and Horton. And Mayfield will back away. He had nowhere to go. Nash spun around hard into that concrete wall.
354 and Nash whipped around. Man, he made pretty hard contact with the inside wall down there.
You know, the irony is it shows how hard these guys are racing. This is the smoothest track on both ends we've had all weekend. And these guys are, especially 3 and 4, has been quite the challenge so far.
Rusty Schlenk.
Not much damage.
I don't think he's going to be able to continue.
No, there really wasn't much damage on the 91.
He's got a long way to go.
Thanks for that great insight, Blake.
Yeah, you're welcome. Boy.
Hey, Blake, I got a question for you, sir.
I might have an answer.
Okay, I'm going to hope that you do.
All right.
Is there a wingless 410 driver or midget driver that's going to be going wing 410 racing next year you can announce today? Like you said, you might be able to.
Potentially.
Wow.
Potentially.
What is potentially? There's no potential. Tonight's it, buddy.
I know. I'm still trying to confirm.
All right, give us something. We go to the Joe's.
I hate the show cards.
We go to the Joe's Racing Products Instant Replay, and looks like Horton started to go around there, and Schlenk tried to get on the binders, couldn't do it, and Mayfield joined the party. And man, Chris Nash, kaboom, on that Jersey barrier in the infield.
That scattered a couple of photographers.
Great instant replay, and we talked about it. We've got a staff of over 20 here this weekend with this Flow Racing broadcast, and so many behind the scenes people that do a great job. Another shot of this. We appreciate everybody's hard work here.
I think this is the angle that we were looking at during the race.
Yep. Horton got sideways, and Schlenk nowhere to go.
Watch Nash right here, man.
Boom.
Pow. Kaboom.
I mean, it was like a sonic boom as the photographer was delayed, but he took about 3 steps backwards after it happened.
Sonic boom,
That's
boom
right.
breaks, not boom breaks.
Not boom breaks. Hey, we could have some news about him later.
Oh, yeah.
I think we will.
I bet it involves Senecas and
No, this
Busch
is going to be a
Lights.
legitimate news.
Oh, okay, real news. All right.
Well, that's legitimate, too. He loves Senecas, yeah.
That's true. 5 down, 5 to go. We're getting back underway here. It's still just teammate number 2. Gordy Gundaker leads. Davenport second. Jeff Herzog now up into the third spot. He may have a run on the high side.
You know what? Herzog said, boys, you weren't even talking about me, and I run on these bull rings every week. He's going to try to get to Davenport as we've got just 4 laps to go. And out front, it's Gordy Gundaker, your leader. Make that 5 laps to go as we work lap number 6.
5 down, 5 to go. Now 4 laps remaining. As Jeff Herzog, I tell you what, he's running real good, Ben. He's a former starter here in the Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals, and he wants to get in one more time, but to do so, he's going to have to try to work by one of the best in the business, and he's hanging right there with Superman.
He's got less than 3 laps to figure it out, but he is within striking distance. Herzog, he leads a little bit of speed off of turn number 2. As racetrack dirty right now, these guys are searching around with just 2 laps to go, Dustin.
Davenport trying to shake himself free from Herzog. Herzog's going to go to the high side of the racetrack. Davenport has found a line to his liking. He's actually closed in right there, as you can see on Gordy Gundaker. White flags out, final time around.
Tell you what, Herzog making one more run at JD, but JD moves up the racetrack a little bit, now back down. Can Herzog get there? Who's going to win this one?
Down through 3 and 4 for the final time. Gordy Gundaker is going to get the win. Herzog doesn't have enough. The second and final transfer spot will go to Jonathan Davenport. Jeff Herzog, Rusty Schlenk, and Austin Horton, 3rd, 4th, and 5th on the outside looking in.
Taking your second and final transfer out of Blairsville, Georgia, it'll be Superman Jonathan Davenport in car 49. And your winner out of St. Charles, Missouri, it's the Lucas Oil Vexel sponsored McKay Napa Auto Parts, High Caliber Graphics, and Kaiser Manufacturing. Clements powered Black Diamond for Gordy Gundaker in car 11. He's down with Blake Anderson.
Well, with a couple laps to go last night, Gordy was in the show, and then that last lap didn't go how you wanted it to go. Does that make the fire burn hotter tonight with maybe a statement to make?
You're damn right it does. You know, it just didn't work out last night, but you know what? I know we got a good race car. My team works our ass off. We came here to put a show on. We'll take Tyler Carpenter's ass down tonight.
Well, there it is. Guys, you got to, if you haven't been here, he and Tyler Carpenter have a little bet, $1,000 on the line, whoever can beat whoever. Plus, hey, if you win, you get $30,000 in the truck ride. So just a little bit extra tonight, boys.
Well, and Blake and Dustin, I think when the races are over that Gordy's going to join the posse, and they're going to go looking after the bandit that robbed the bank, too. He's got the facial hair for it.
Yes, he does.
He looks like he's straight out of Young Guns. I love it, man.
Remember, Carpenter said the other night in Victory Lane that he'll make Gordy pay for the Uber to the bank to get his money if he wins it.
Oh, my.
I thought he said he would pay for the Uber.
I thought he
get our
said
facts
40
straight.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll have to run it back. Either way.
It's entertaining either way.
Yes.
Either somebody's paying. I think it's Dustin's credit card.
Yes.
All right. B main number 3 on the speedway. On the pole, it'll be Jason Fager out of Bloomington, Illinois, the high side hustler in car 25 into his outside. Out of Fairmont, West Virginia, the Supper Racing 4S for Flying Ryan Montgomery.
Row number 2 on the inside will be Wisconsin's Jamie Zidar in the 9Z, and on the outside of him, out of Highland, Wisconsin, in the 80s, or out of Highland, Illinois.
That'd be impressive.
It'll be the 87 of Jason Zobrist.
Starting inside of row 3 to be Trevor Gundaker in the 11T. We just saw his brother win the first beak, or the second beak, and he win the third one to his outside. Boxside Arkansas veteran Arlen Stewart in the 11S.
Then it's going to be East Peoria, Illinois, Jason Wagner in the J12, and on the outside of him, Keystone State driver William Stile in the 51.
Row number 5 will be David Marlowe out of Hayworth, Illinois in the M14, and the number 90 car, not going to make the call, scheduled to be Joel Willman. And on the back row, it's going to be Rusty Griffall in the 16 and the 111. He'll make the call, Jonathan Woods.
Hey, good to see him back.
Got it back together. Great interview with Chet Christner the other night. And again, that's kind of what the Dome's all about, man. He came here with passion. They rebuilt it. And a little bit of smoke coming out of the back. I hate to be a pessimist, but never a good sign when she's smoking on the pace lap.
A little smoke never hurt anybody.
Little oil overflow, no big deal.
No big deal.
Hey, Trenton Berry, I want to know real quick, are you having a good time so far tonight, my friend?
Yes, I'm having a great time. I'm right outside section 113 right now, working on a few things. In the business, they call that efforting. So we have spotted a second Santa Claus as well. So the Santa Claus on the backstretch, unfortunately, put me on the naughty list because he didn't get the suite upgrade. So shame on you, backstretch Santa Claus.
Wow.
I've found a new Santa Claus. This one's over here on the front stretch.
Now,
so,
wait a minute. We all know there's only one Santa.
Well, listen, hey, I was going to ask the Santa Claus where they live, but everybody knows it's the North Pole. So.
One of these guys is a lie. That's all I can tell you.
We have a front stretch Santa Claus, and the beer man may or may not have slid some holiday cheer Santa Claus way. So.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, one of them is sitting on a throne of lies. They are not Santa Claus. Only one of them. Everybody knows there's only one Santa.
Well, there's 2 in the building tonight. That's all I've got for you.
Hey man, hashtag Dirt in December.
That's right.
Listen, this 2 Santa Clauses, 1 on each side of the racetrack. That's so dome.
Well, there's a lot of kids here, so Santa sometimes has to enlist some of his helpers to take care of all of the kids.
We could have a loser leave town cage match here at intermission between the 2 Santas.
That's coming up the Royal Rumble right here at the Dome in America Center next month. Green flag is out and we're underway in B-Main number 3. Jason Fager gets the hold shot into 1 and 2 over Ryan Montgomery.
Ryan Montgomery sits in second. Here comes Zobrist right now in car number 87. Jason goes to work on the top side. Out front, though, it's going to be Jason Fager. Oh, hang on to it. Oh, nope, not what you're... Oh, and for good measure, Jonathan Woods joined the party. So
Well.
Zydar's car over here looks like a Camping World Truck Series entry, as he's got the whole rear deck and spoiler off of it on the back straightaway. We've got Jonathan Woods over here. He's got the company in the form of Rusty Griffall, who has not had the weekend he wanted.
David Marlowe is up on top of the 11 of Arlen Stewart. Griffall had nowhere to go, and John Woods came in there for good measure and socked him. And this might take a couple minutes to get these cars apart.
This could take a minute here, Trent. If you come across anything interesting, if you find the Easter Bunny, we definitely want to know.
If you find a third Santa, let us know.
Yeah, I will. I'm making my way around the front stretch here, just
to make sure there's no more Santas.
Doing a little bit of work. We're looking at Santa Claus. Taking a look here at the Joe's Racing Products Instant Replay, everybody.
And there goes Trevor Gundaker by, and here comes everybody. Oh, it looks like maybe Arlen Stewart had parked it over there. Part of what could have messed Arlen up is the number 11 on the side. It's the number 4 on top of it. It's a scoring nightmare.
I tell you what,
he's got the 411.
It spins me out every time I look at it.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, he's got the Casey Kane Racing 4 on the top, and he's got the Steve Kinzer 11 on the side of it.
That's right.
All right, boys, it is Chris Kringle gone wild here at the Dome.
Don't tell me you found a third one.
Listen, I don't make any promises. I'm just one man here. Riley's squared up in front of me here. So Santa, we know you hail from the North Pole. So who are you cheering for?
Ricky Thornton.
Santa Claus cheering for Ricky Thornton right there. So we are we're 3 for 3 on Santa. Listen, can you hold on? Ben and DJ are right here. Go ahead, guys.
I was just gonna say Santa is pretty tatted up down there. I didn't know Santa's a very modern version of Santa. Look at this.
Santa with some ink right there.
Do what now?
Santa Claus with some ink right there. Ben was admiring the ink from Chris Kringle.
Vacation once in a while, and I love coming to St. Louis, coming to the Gateway Nationals, one of the best races in the year. So besides Lucas Oil Speedway, that's my favorite place.
Well, come on, Santa Claus. I think everybody can get behind that. How about that? 3 Santa Clauses in the building here so far.
I just got a text. There may be another one, Trent. Check your messages.
All right, I'll check them here in a minute.
Santa Fest.
I'm going to work my way back over to the inventory, boys. I got some more stuff to give away. Arizona Sports Shirts.
You don't need to go over any inventory. You got 4 damn Santas here.
Well, hey, Arizona Sports Shirts has given us a couple of great hoodies. As I walk by Jason Fager's Fatheads, those things just follow me everywhere. I'm going to make my way back to the backstretch and give a few more things away.
All right, here's a look at the Joe's Racing Products Instant Replay. And after this third B main, Blake Anderson will be the super late model redraw. And that will happen, Blake, down in the infield with you. Again, upon the conclusion of this B main.
Arlen Stewart definitely went around there. You know, instead of a loser leave town match, we could have a cage match with all these Santas.
We got a tag team match right now. They should enter the Royal Rumble here at the Dome in America Center.
We may have that in the main event tonight. Is right now we've had some Royal Rumbling in these B mains already. As they're removing, it looks like they could pull off the whole front and right side of Arlen Stewart's car, the way that thing's peeling back right now.
Hey, while they're getting these cars pulled apart as well, don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, and I know that Turner came down there in the production channel or throw up the graphic. We love looking at these whenever we get back to our hotel rooms at night. We don't get the opportunity to put them up on the screen or even read all of them or even a lot of them off or any of them off while we're here at the track. But use that hashtag #TweetYourFlowSeat. And let us know where you're watching from. And make sure you tag us at Flow Racing. Ben, he is at MSR Mafia. I am at Dustin Jarrett. And again, we don't get the opportunity to look at these or put them on the screen really while the racing's going on. Just way too much stuff going on. But Ben, I know you're like me, man. Your phone just blows up while you're here and you can spend a good
Oh my.
Is that
all right? So this is over right in the middle of turns 3 and 4. And listen, I'm going to make one definitive statement about the Dome at America Center.
That's it right there.
Yeah, for sure. That's pretty definitive, guy. There, right? If you came here to have a real good time, not just a good time, but a real good time in the entire history of this event, you're set somewhere in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Everybody in the middle of 3 and 4, get up! Everybody up!
That's what I like.
That's what I'm talking about. God bless all you great race fans.
I can see that shirtless guy all the way from over here on the front street. Yeah,
we see you. We see you up here.
This is a family event. Put that thing back on.
There's actually something
you can't unsee. Will you make it to the A main tonight though? That's the question. It's hey, listen, it's 3:50 right now, so you might want to go back, change those tires and refuel. but not too fast.
Well, there's only so much you can say after that. They get the M14 of David Marlowe cleaned up over there in the corner. I believe Arlen Stewart's, or David Marlowe's M14 and then Arlen Stewart's number 11, both, it looks like, gonna have to be extracted from the speedway.
Yeah, they've done some remodeling to the front end of Arlen Stewart's car here to be able to get it hooked up.
All right, so they'll get him off the racetrack down there. As get them sorted out, we've got one lap down, 9 to go. Jason Fager, your leader. Uh-oh, look at that. You heard that.
There it is right there.
Hey, man, let me tell you something, brother.
Hey, listen, this is we've officially reached the point in the dome. I cannot walk the midway without getting stopped. This is great. We've talked to you a lot before. How you doing?
Oh, good tonight.
New hats every night, right?
Oh, you got to. You know, this is the drivers here are characters, and this has got all of them.
That's right. Hey, Ben, DJ, would this be a good time to announce that I actually probably plan to run for my local county commission? Not here, but maybe my local county commission.
I think you should.
I'm just teasing.
You never know when you've got a resident. I thought we'd found Crazy Martin again. He became a social media superstar last night, by the way.
You may have to find Crazy Martin.
Hey, I did show that business card to Blake, and I actually actually gave that to Blake in case he ever ran out. I've got a few more things to give away. A couple Brandon Bollinger tumblers from some of his great partners. We're going to make our way down 142.
These folks are frisky tonight.
Hey, listen, and I don't want people to think either that I'm kind of that lazy guy that won't make his way up the grandstands and everybody around the rail gets everything. So we're going to take a trip. But gas is $3 a gallon, and I'm going to the top here. So we're going to go right here. You, sir, in the XR1 shirt. Who else wants a tumbler? Come on. Right here, buddy. Thank you guys very much. Hey, Pops, I assume you're Pops. We're going to fly by this. Where are you from and who are you cheering for?
I don't know.
Oh, undecided. Undecided. Does the boy have anybody he's cheering for?
No.
All right. Hey, thank you guys for coming out. Brandon Bollinger would be a good one if you guys are undecided. They hooked you guys up with that. That's what I got right now, guys. Back to you.
How about Trenton Berry, man? What a great job he has done. Shout out to you, Trenton Berry, here at the Dome and all the great things you do with racing dirt throughout the course of the year, man. We appreciate you and love you, brother, and we are very, very happy that you have joined us for the 5th straight year.
Same, man. I appreciate this. This is the one time of the year I get to do something a little bit different, and you know, this facility just lends itself to so much cool content, so many neat personalities. So I don't get to play circus coordinator much, but I always look forward to this here at the Dome.
We're glad to have you here, and next year we'll have a polygraph test for all the Santas to find out who's real and who isn't.
I think the one he just interviewed, man, that looked like I think that was one of Santa's helpers. We have to have the kids here to
He was Santa's liaison.
That's right.
Like, you know,
a lot of kids here. The kids can tell. The kids
could have
can
been
tell
Santa's hitman too. I mean, he looked like he could take care of some things. If you're on the naughty list and he shows up at the door, that's it.
Can't joke about that anymore.
No, you can't. You can't. All right, get them sorted out.
Here we go. Well, I actually forgot until I looked over at the video board. We've only got one lap now in this third B main. 9 laps remain. Jason Fager going to be your leader. Ryan Montgomery, the Fairmont, West Virginia driver, the Suffer Racing number 4S. He'll be in the second and final transfer spot. And from just up the road into Highland, Illinois, Jason Zobrist third. Ryan Montgomery going to get his choice of inside or outside lane on this Delaware double file restart. Looks like he has chosen inside. That'll put third place Zobrist on the outside. Gordy Gundaker on the outside looking in. He'll be on the inside on this restart. And then it looks like the remains of Jamie Zidar and his number 9 Z are going to be on the outside of that next row back.
Well, how about Jason Zobrist fighting to get in this one? And how about Chad Zobrist went home and they changed motors after Thursday night. He's going to be coming out a little bit later. He's got his work cut out for him, but total respect for just keeping digging for that race team.
And again, Chad Zobrist has made all 4 of the previous Castrol Gateway Dirt Nationals, trying to go 5 for 5, and he is indeed going to have his work cut out for him a little bit later on tonight. 1 down, 9 to go in B main number 3, and Jason Fager brings him back to the green.
Jason Fager takes him off into 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Montgomery sits in second. Jason Zobrist back in third. Here comes Trevor Gundaker trying to get that third spot away from Zobrist.
Gundaker's got a good run on the inside. He'll clear Zobrist off the corner. Move T-Rev up into P3. Now he's going to set his sights on the 4S Ryan Montgomery. If he does that, though, he opens up the door for Zobrist down the backstretch into 3 and 4.
Trevor trying to turn up the heat as Montgomery pushes up the racetrack. Here comes Trevor Gundaker. Gundaker has to get on the binders.
Yeah, they made just a little bit of contact right there, but cooler heads prevailed. Gundaker's got another good run down into 3 and 4. Ryan Montgomery able to keep him at bay, pull ahead by a little bit down the front straightaway.
It's all Jason Fager right now in car 25 as he stretches it out on the field over a half a straightaway advantage in car 25. Montgomery firmly in that second spot, halfway home, Dustin.
5 laps down, 5 laps remaining as they spread out just a little bit on this 1/5 mile oval. Right there's the best battle on the racetrack as Ryan Montgomery tries to make his way to the Gateway Dirt Nationals for the first time, but he's got the proverbial rearview mirror.
Right in front of your leaders. Whoa. And Gundaker was getting ready to go on full send into turns 1 and 2 when that caution comes out. He knows right now he's got to get that top to come in. Right now it's really dirty on the top down at 3 and 4. 1 and 2 still got some good bite on the bottom. And Ryan Montgomery driving a smart race as Jonathan Woods spins it out over there to avoid Williams Style in car 51 with 4 laps remaining here in the third of 6 late model B mains.
I talked to Ryan Montgomery in the pit area a little bit. It was yesterday. You know, he was very excited actually about the opportunity to start up front in one of these B mains. And then he's like, man, and he started kind of recalling some of the guys that haven't made it in the race yet. And all of a sudden he's like, man, I'm actually glad that I'm up front. Don't have to try to work my way through the field because there's some real strong contenders that have not yet made their way into the show. But right now he is indeed in with 6 laps complete, 4 laps remaining in B main number 3.
Well, we talked about before that caution came out that it looked like T-Rev was going to try to be full send to the top of turns 1 and 2. Well, he gets the outside for this restart, so we're going to see if he can get a hold of anything up there. Ryan Montgomery's going to try to get a good run on the bottom. It's still Jason Fager, your leader, with lights out, Dustin.
Yellow flag has been pulled. Green flag will be displayed this time by, as you said, Ben, 6 laps down, 4 laps to go. Top 2 transfer out of B main number 3.
And Gundaker did not get a good restart, got a little too high out of turn number 4. Meanwhile, Jason Wagner somehow saves it down the back straightaway. Montgomery's going to turn up the heat on Fager as they work off turn 4. Oh, he gets into Fager.
Oh!
And Jason Fager keeps going. And they're going to head off into 1 and 2. What just happened?
I don't know if Fager bobbled there a little bit of what all of a sudden Rusty Griffaw, who was at the tail of the caution flag is out. Got 3 of them around over in 1 and 2. I'm interested in seeing exactly what happened.
Well, it looked like, I looked down here, and it looks like Montgomery maybe got in there a little too hot and got into Fager, but it also looked like he kind of gave it back to Fager too, and allowed Fager to get back out onto the racetrack. So
Ryan Montgomery, he runs around home there where I'm at in the mid-Ohio Valley, kind of that Ohio, Pennsylvania, West Virginia region, man. Really, really respectable young man and really, really clean driver as well. He definitely has respect of a lot of the drivers in that area. And I saw him actually kind of intentionally pull up alongside Fager there, and hard to tell from our vantage point, he may have been giving him a wave, kind of the I'm sorry wave as he pulled up alongside him right there.
Well, Tyler Courtney checking in back home, this year's Flow Racing All-Star champion, and he said hopefully Nick Hoffman doesn't disappoint tonight.
Well, Sunshine, we miss you, man.
Yeah, we do. Big year for him, man. Rookie of the year with the All-Stars, the championship with All-Stars, got a King's Royal win as well.
And we're still waiting on the possibility of him, Ben and Blake, to maybe put together a late model. It almost happened once this year.
Got close.
Didn't quite work out, but maybe here sometime in 2022 as we are getting ready to go. Hang on just a second, Blake. Getting ready to go to the Joe's Racing Products instant replay, I believe.
Perhaps.
Psych.
There
it is. Yeah, I think looked like maybe the 4S, and he tapped that inside wall there a little bit, and that kind of shot him out into Fager just a little.
Yeah, Trevor Gundaker was licking his chops either way. He thought that was going to be his chance. Blake, what have you got, sir?
You know, you guys mentioned it earlier in the week. Tyler Courtney's quote from the first year we ran midget still holds true to this event, and I think it's so cool because he is right. The uniqueness of this event brings so many of our dirt racing fan bases together. And talking with Clinton Boyles down here, who wrenches on a sprint car, drives a sprint car, won a 410 sprint car race at Circle City Raceway in Indianapolis this year, and he looked at me and said, man, late models are cool.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, the yellow light's been turned off. Looks like we are going to have a single file restart here with 3 laps remaining. Jason Fager leads. Ryan Montgomery holds down that second and final transfer spot. Trevor Gundaker, Rusty Griffaw, Jason Wagner on the outside looking in.
Just 3 laps to go in B main number 3. Top 2 move on. And it's Fager and Montgomery right now, your top 2 cars as they work down the back straightaway. And now Trevor Gundaker going to try the hot side. Just cannot find anything up there right now as we get 2 laps to go, Dustin.
Jason Wagner's worked his way up into the 4th spot. He keeps that car glued to the bottom. He's trying to race his way in for the 2nd straight year, but I believe he's got a flat left rear tire and his night is done.
White flag in there. Final time around the speedway for Jason Fager. He's led throughout and survived near disaster right now with half a lap to go.
Trevor Gundaker here trying to get a real good run into 3 and 4 for the final time. It's not going to happen though. Fager wins and Ryan Montgomery will hold on to that 2nd and final transfer spot, and that means Trevor Gundaker, Jamie Zidar, and Jason Zobrist are among the drivers on the outside looking in.
Now that's going to wrap things up for B main number 3, taking the 2nd and final transfer. It'll be Ryan Montgomery out of Fairmont, West Virginia in the 4S. And your winner out of Bloomington, Illinois, the high-side hustler Jason Fager in the Titan Industries, Floyd's Waste Management, Hoker Trucking, Digital Copy Systems, Griffin Sign Company, and Rosser Battery, J. Dickens Powered MB Custom number 25.
One of my favorite nicknames in all of racing, Jason Fager, the high-side hustler, ironically wins it on the bottom. And Jason, with a couple to go there, nearly disaster for you. How high did the heart rate get there?
I can't believe I saved it. Luckily I did. I mean, they let off and let me save it, but he just got in there pretty hard, and I kind of missed the bottom coming at it and slid up and just he come out and apologized on that restart. But luckily we survived and got in the show. So hopefully we can, you know, have some luck and finish good and put on a show for these fans. And thanks everybody for coming out.
Jason Fager locked into the big dance tonight, guys.
Jason Fager into the feature. 8 drivers already in the feature have made their way down there, Blake, as we're getting ready for the redraw before the next 3 B mains come out. A little bit of track prep happening too. As Blake, when you get ready, we will have the super late model redraw. And that is going to determine the way the top 8 drivers line up for tonight's big main event. $30,000 to win, 40 laps.
8